Hello, this is Jerry Rocco. We're going to talk about the business end of iZigg Mobile. How do you make money? How much could you earn? And how do you become an agent here? From our previous videos, we know that the retail products range anywhere from $15 a month all the way up to $1,500 per month. And how you get paid on these is called retail commissions. This is where you earn 25% of all the products you sell. You're going to be paid that 25% the first month, and then every month that client continues to use your service. So if you were to sell 25 of our accounts and they were just the M card, you'd be paid about $93.75 per month passive residual income. Most of those, from what we know about M cards, are going to switch over to the iConnect account so they can reach out and connect with those lists. 25 of those accounts will earn you about $623 passive residual per month. Now, as they build their list, they're going to be moving into larger accounts like the Connect Pro. 25 of these, if you sell, equal about $1,562 per month in passive residual income. And for your larger clients like large music bands, schools, churches, entire cities, they're going to be moving over to the Connect Unlimited program. This pays $375 per month per account, so 25 of them would be about $9,375 passive residual income that you would earn based on your own production per month. Now you can see if you can sell 25 accounts per month for 12 months, the compounding on that would be phenomenal. And you can earn a very nice living just on the retail commissions. Now your residual is going to be based on the success that your customers have with the product. Now from what we know on the previous videos, mobile media is the silver bullet of all advertising, so it shouldn't be hard for them to return a profit on using our products. And it puts what I call golden handcuffs on our customers, because as they build out the list, as a music band builds out a list of their fans from one country and city to another, or a restaurant builds out a list of their bar customers, sports fans, dinner customers, seniors, kids, these are very valuable assets to them. And for them to throw them away to start creating new opt-in lists is kind of like bending over to pick up pennies while dollars fly overhead. So it's a very bad business decision, and this is going to make your residual income very, very sticky. But this is not where I think the most money is going to be earned. I think the true long-term wealth is going to come from the National Expansion Program, and this is where I focus most of my efforts. So let's see how that works. To activate your agency with iZigg, you need to accumulate 2,000 customer points. What this is approximately $4,000 in retail sales. Or you can go ahead and just purchase the agency promo pack from the get-go, and I'll get into that in just a little bit. The next step is to qualify your agency. This is where you sponsor one active agent on each side of your business. You have two sides, one on your left and one on your right. Once you sponsor 2 agents, you're qualified for the override bonus. And I'll get into exactly what that is in a moment. The next stage is a regional director. This is where you maintain 10 active agents on each side of your business. Now, these do not have to be of personal lineage. What I mean by that is you do not have to sponsor them. But as long as you sponsor someone who sponsors someone, or there's some overflow and you have 10 agents on each side of your business that are active, you now qualify for the matching bonus. The fourth and final level, which is really the sweet spot, is the national director. This is where you maintain 10 active regional directors on each side of your business. Again, they do not have to be personally sponsored by you. Now, you're qualified to earn on every level of the pay plan. And what you're looking at right now is all 3 levels, all 3 ways of getting paid, retail, override, and matching, and you're looking at the 4 major stages of our pay plan. So let's talk about the override bonus. This is where your earnings are based on a binary compensation model. You're paid in what they call customer points, and they're equal to about 50% or more of the dollar amount sold. You are paid on all of the customer points accumulated below you. And every time both of your sales teams cycle 400 points, you're paid at least $40. And I'll get into a diagram to explain that further. Your matching bonus is where your earnings are based on the override bonuses of your personally sponsored members. And a fully qualified agent will earn on every personally sponsored member 20% and earn up to 4 levels deep on that person, no matter where they're placed in the organization, left or right. So let's talk about that override bonus. As an active agent, you were to go out and sponsor, let's say, 3 people on each side of your business. That turned into 20. That turned into 200 or 2,000 or even 20,000. We know you get paid on all the production below you. And you have 2 sales teams. So in this scenario, we have 3,000 and 2,200 on the other side. We know that every time that you cycle 400 customer points, you get paid. So here's what that would look like. We'd cycle this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And we only get paid up until the short leg. It's very important to remember that. because the trick with the binary is just to keep them even. That is all. So in this scenario, we're paid $40 for every cycle, so 40 times 5 is $200. You'd be paid $200 off your binary in this model. Now, let's say you had $1,000 on each side, it'd be $100. If you had $10,000 on each side, it'd be $1,000 in your binary check. If you had 100,000 points accumulated on each side of your business, you would make $10,000 residually based on the override bonus. If you were a national director, you get a 50% increase. So that means your 5 cycles would now pay you $300. Your 100,000 points would now pay you $15,000. And we get paid every Friday. We get paid 2 weeks in arrears. We get paid Fridays, and we get paid via PayPal. There's no cost for our pay. It's instant, and if you have a PayPal debit card, you're paid automatically. So you can use it that moment. Now you might be wondering about this pink here, the extra that just didn't make the cut. What happens with that? That's called rollover, and it doesn't flush as long as you're active in your business. It'll carry over to next week. Now, to stay active in your business, you need to maintain at least 40 customer points per month after your 6th week. So that's about $20 in sales. It does not have to be new business. It could be reoccurring business, just 20 points per month. And remember, you only get paid up until the short leg. So let's talk about the matching bonus a bit. Matching bonus is where your earnings are based on the override bonuses of the people that you personally sponsor. So in this scenario, you sponsored 4 on your left and 3 on your right. All of these people you would be paid on as a regional director. So let's say you sponsored John. As a regional director, you'll earn 20% of what he makes on his binary. So if John makes $10,000 override check on his override bonus, you'll get paid $2,000. If he makes $100, you'll get paid $20. Now, if you're a national director and John went out and sponsored Sally, who sponsored Mary, who sponsored Jim, who sponsored Jack, you'd be paid on all of these levels, no matter where they're placed in your organization. So that's 20, 10, 10, 5, 5, even though you just sponsored John. And John could be on your left or John could be on your right. You're going to be paid 4 levels on each of them. So this is our entire comp plan. You can see we have our retail commissions, where, if you remember, is 25% of all of our retail products the first month and every month that your client continues to use the service. Then you have your override bonuses, where your paychecks are based on the production and size of your team and everyone that they bring aboard. And then finally, the matching bonus. This is where your paycheck is based on the paychecks of the people that you personally bring aboard and the people that are close to them. So as you can see, there's a lot of earning potential here. In the next few videos, I'm going to show you how to activate your agency so that you can earn off the override and matching bonuses. And that's basically our entire comp plan. So if you're looking for a sponsor and you have some questions, please give me a call, 858-692-2200. And keep in mind that this is not an official compensation plan video from iZigg. You should always check the official iZigg comp plan. I look forward to speaking with you. Thank you.